Hey folks, Monkey Puzzle here. Welcome back to part 2 of building the Blue Obelisk Forge Community Center over here. So in the last one, we teleported over here and we got a bunch of stuff out of the terminal here that I had prepared to build a sort of castle keep that's built around a community forge that's going to be both a place to get metal and crystal and obsidian and stuff up here, but also just a really cool place to hang out and base out of. So hopefully you watch part 1, and now we're going to continue where we left off right here into part 2. So here we go. Okay, and there it is. Now we are up here. So now I got to make a floor, and we're getting there. This build's coming together. It's a long kind of semi-complicated build, so there's no way to really do it super quickly. So I know this video is going to be kind of long. We'll have to decide what to do about that, and I'll see whether or not I am divided into pieces or what. But actually, let's take all this stuff off for the moment just because it's heavy, and let's just build the floor. I'll put it over here to make it easy for myself. It's heavy, and I probably have too much because some of this is going to be for the ceiling above there too, but I'll just take it anyway. And again, we're just going to use a pattern that mimics the foundation. When in doubt, look at the foundation and you know where things are going to go. As long as you got that right, and I did post that picture up in the beginning that really kind of shows you that. So basically, it's the same thing. You got 2 squares coming in, and then you got the 4-piece triangle and 2 squares coming in, and you got the 4-piece triangle like that. And I'm just going to take that all the way around. And it's just a matter of deciding where to stop. You got to have enough space that things can go under it. At this point, it becomes 2 ceilings high. You're not going to be bringing anything too big up here anyway. It's going to be like sabers and Ankies and stuff. So I think that will do it. And then in here, you just have your usual 6 triangle center. Like that. And then if you want to get real fancy, we can fill in right there. You need a couple pieces for that. I never know if it's going to be the left or the right one, so I always have to grab both. And we're going to need some of those. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab the rest of these. If I can handle it. These. Okay, one of those right there. Hang a wall down. And one of these right there. It's not perfect, but that, I think, helps create that shape and gets you in here. So now we're all the way up on top here, and we have come this far, and now you can see outside for the first time what those little buttresses look like. I think that really sturdies up the shape a lot. And then that little extra perimeter of foundation down there also gives the build a little bottom mass. So it makes it look like it wouldn't topple over. And if you wanted to extend the top out even further, that also gives you a little extra foundation support. So you can kind of see the windows going up as the ramp goes up along the side there. So that's what it looks like so far. But we have one more layer up here. So this is going to be a big room. And this one comes out some. So I actually brought the stuff to put the windows and things, but I forgot that I got to go out one more layer of ceiling. So let me re-equip. Okay, so the way to bring this out, see if I can light up. No, it's the other way. You were on. It's getting to be nighttime, but now that I got the shine horn, I think we can just continue on. So the way to get this evened up here is where you have the 2 edges of the triangles. You go ahead and put those, not like that. You gotta be careful. That's a long drop. If I went down there. Yeah. Okay. So, and then here where you have the single square sticking out the sides, that's where you use the triangles to get you to 2 faces. And that makes this more circular. So you got 2 and 2. And so it's that same pattern all the way around. Alright, that completes that. It's getting a little dark. My shine horn's out of juice, but you can see I just gave it a little hat with a brim that sticks out a little bit there. And then it also gives us a little space, usable space on the outside of the ramp, and gives a real clear place where the ramp comes down. Okay, so now that I got that done, our little second floor, this is going to be an interior room. So we just have one more layer to go up. And it should be pretty easy for placement because we don't have a wall underneath. All these should place at the same height. So we're just going to go ahead and make a little 3-high thing. Just going to do my usual pattern of the window doors. You know, where you have the window and then the door and then a wall on top of that. So I'm just going to real quick get through that. So now we need to put a ceiling on this. You could make it higher, but I thought 3 high was enough for this. And there's going to be some things on it that make it look even taller, which you'll see in a second. So you got to have a way to get to the top. At this point, I didn't want to make another ramp because I didn't want to lose any more floor space. So I figured when you come up somewhere that would be natural to come up, you want to put a little trapdoor there, a hatch frame, whatever you call that, and then a place to get up kind of in the same direction that you'd be running up the ramp. And then while I got the ladders on me, we need one coming up to here as well to get up to our little defense area up above the doorway. So there's that. And so now we can get up here. You could do it from the ground too, but I find it's a little easier up here. And again, we just follow the floor and we go ahead and do this. And actually, you can see I placed this wrong because I'm on top of a triangle area. So we'll just leave that in as an educational mistake. And then, so this would be anywhere there's a square right here. So coming up again, find a natural place for it. Could be right there. It's maybe a little sharp of an angle to turn when you're coming up. It's kind of what I was finding before anyway. Yeah. I guess right there. It doesn't matter too much, but whatever. All right. I'm just going to go ahead now and put in the whole ceiling. And this is going to be our last level. And I'm just going to follow the floor and we'll put this whole thing together. Okay, got that part done, and the building is fully enclosed now, but there's still a bit more ornamentation to go. I've got my griffin up here now, so let's go ahead, just take a quick look at what's been done so far. So you can see the entranceway, the first level where the ramp goes up around the forge, the buttresses, and then this second level, which is pretty cool. You could stop right there, but I think that's a little plain. There's a little bit more I want to do. And just in hindsight now, looking below here, this does look a little bit precarious. So I probably would like to stick some pillars or something coming down to give a little bit of support to that. But it does have those 2 wood beams sticking out, right? That should be enough to hold it all up. But we'll leave that there for now. The griffin now has a place to go. And down here, we got to do some tricky bits. So this part is sort of optional, but I want to do it because I think it looks cool. So basically, wherever there are squares around the perimeter, now we got a little operation we need to do. And to accomplish that, we need to remove some pieces. Now, I'm able to do this now, and these walls aren't going to collapse because they're going to be held up by the ceilings up there. So let's go ahead and I'm going to cringe a little bit while I do this, but it should be all right. We're going to take out the 3 triangles each time. And then now, oh, I need some doors. Oh, actually, there's one thing I need to do first, and that will get rid of some weight on me too, is I've got 12 medium pillars on me. So medium pillars in Stuctures Plus are 3 walls high, and they would want to place in the middle of these ceilings, but you can press G and enable corner snaps, and you can do that. Now, normally in vanilla, to do this, you would need to be able to put down a, what you call it, a fence foundation there, which is totally doable. It does make things a little bit more difficult because you'd have to put down before the walls, and then the walls would want to snap to it, and you'd get another multiple snap point, and so on. But for this will work just fine, and this is why we love S+, and looking forward to how much of it that they're going to incorporate into the vanilla build, into the vanilla game. Okay, got those going all the way around. They'll add a little ribbing, a little structure to it, but there's going to be more to it than that. So now we're going to grab half of these guys, the small stone pillars, and half of the doors, 24 doors. We'll need to grab those all over again shortly. But okay, in this spot where we took out the triangles, that gives us access to there. So the doors need a home down here. Let's get them number 7. And we're going to hang a door like that from above. And then that gives a place where we can then hang a ramp down from. We're going to have to queue around to find that spot. So we wouldn't be able to do that unless that door was hanging down. But that's also going to continue sort of the turreted thing. It's going to be kind of in reverse. Not really functional, but more ornamental. And then in this space here, it's going to be that one. We're also going to hang that. And then this is going to provide a look of support from underneath, so that it's sort of holding up this ring and it's not just self-supporting on the outside. So I'm going to take these off again. Sometimes it might help to keep this middle one as a place to stand, but I think it's better just to get rid of them all. It gets rid of conflicts. And then, so we're going to do that one more time with you so you guys get it. That, and then the ramp. Get it over there. And then the slope ceiling piece. Like that, which often misbehave. But at least you can pick things up. Misbehaving again. Come on. I find it's better to get things in place just by the angle you look rather than the cue, because oftentimes they revert when you place them. Anyway, the last bit here is we're going to continue this column coming down like that. And then you'll see what that looks like afterwards. And then as soon as you finish it from that side, then we can go ahead and let's see, can I get over here? Yeah. I got to finish that side, and then I can go ahead and replace the triangles. So I'm going to go ahead and do that operation a bunch more times all the way around. And then we'll go on from there. We'll see what this looked like. one more part I forgot to mention is before you close up this hole, hang 2 more doors right there. So we'll have the ridges going all the way around. And then you can go ahead and place these. These ones now have an extra snap point, so you just got to make sure you pick the low one too when you put these back together. Okay, and that's it. That bottom part is all done. You can see how the downward door frames and the pillars added a lot more texture. And if you can see underneath, you can also see how those little angled extensions give it more architectural credibility. Let's take a quick griffin flight. And this guy's leveling up just standing here. So let's see if we can see it. It's subtle, the little slope part underneath. But I like it. I think it just gives it... The more texture you can give a building on the outside, I think the more interesting it looks. So we got that. So we're almost done now. I like those downward door frames too. I think they make it look kind of sinister. They're more for personality, of course, than any kind of function. But it's a lot better than it was just the flying disc. So now we just got to go ahead and place doors all the way around. Now this is going to be another little fussy bit where it decides to place up when you want it down and vice versa. So far I'm getting lucky. But I'm just going to go all the way around like this. There's a bad guy right there. And I'll meet you when I come back. Okay, so most of the ones that didn't place right, I just had to put the ghost image wrong and then it tried to defy me, but it actually did what I wanted. Ah, ha, ha. So the very last thing we have to do for the main structure is just continue those pillars up here, just so they go all the way through. So they're going to be at the corners of all the square bits. So you just do that and you know they're there. And then that will be the most of it. After that, it's just embellishment. We got to put in some more crafting stations, and we can put in air conditioners and a generator, and I got a bunch of wall torches for light that will also give warmth. But that's our last main structural piece right there. So let's see what we got. Hey, there it is. There is our little castle community center blue obelisk mountaintop forge castle lookout keep. Whatever that is. But I like it a lot. I think that works and will certainly do the job. So this video has gone on pretty long. Got a little bit more to do though. So I'm just going to do that real quick off camera and then show you what I've done. I'm not going to put the whole thing together right now, all the storage and stuff, but let me throw a few torches on and such, and then we'll check out. I've got these air conditioners. Oh, I got them on right here. Let's just figure out where those go real quick, and then I'll rejoin you. So maybe we'll just even them up. And when you come in the foyer, you got those. And, you know, in the ARK, air conditioners actually warm the air as well. So we got to put them evenly. And so that would be like, let's say like there and there. That's 4 for the downstairs. And then we could put a couple upstairs, and well, I guess I'll need some more. But you guys get the point. So I'll see you shortly. All right, I finished putting some of the accessories on. I just thought I'd see what it looks like as you come out of the snowy cold and into the warm, secure keep that is the Blue Obby Community Center Forge, or something like that. Whatever people want to dub it. But I've got it all lit up now. We've got some torches all over the place in here. And I got some doors in, and we're smelting some metal. And the point, actually, I forgot to mention, but one of the central themes, besides having a forge here in order to smelt the metal, but that the forge would provide the warmth for the place. It's like the central radiator, the heater that makes this a nice warm place, in a shelter, so that you're doubling the use of the heat in here and using it to heat the whole place. And in addition to that, we got a nice fireplace up there. Here we can get some furniture and some rugs and stuff and have a nice place to hang out up here. Got the beds down so we can spawn directly into here. And then downstairs, I put a little bit more stuff. We've got a smithy, and we've got the fabricator, and a little bit of storage being thrown around. I got the generator down over there, so now the air conditioners are functional, and a couple fridges and around the back here. And more can be done. So folks on the IronMine servers, you should know that this is a community center. So use it as you need, and, you know, customize, add things, move things around as you need. I think that's it for now. We need to find some place to sign out. So I know this was a long video, but hopefully it was worthwhile. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it was useful to you and gave you some inspiration for something like this that you might want to build yourself. I'm very glad it's done. It took a bit of preparation and some planning and some designing, but here it is. I like it a lot. I think it'll do its job. So anyway, I am Monkey Puzzle, your host. Thank you for watching till the end of this episode, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.